Hello everyone and welcome back to the second episode of Tunnet. Today we'll be moving onward with the next mainframe. I already mined all the way to it and have hooked up all the relays. That was a very tedious process. The next thing we're going to be doing is hooking up the filtering and the mainframe to the actual system. Currently there's only a hub over there and that's all we have. So yeah, this is the next part of the story. To my knowledge. Also, because of making all that, our kilobits per second has dropped down to 56 or 0.56. So it's going to take us a bit before we can actually get to what we want to do. Also, we have a crouch function. We're going to be sneaking around a lot. But this took a bit of time to get out. Yeah. It took a while. It took a very long while. I'm not seeing any more green. Where's my signal? Why isn't there no longer any signal? Is one of these disconnected? Hello? Where are my packets? I'm not seeing packets. Oh no. This is always like a fear that, here it is. And you're getting sparks, so we're good. That's terrifying, like seeing that. Knowing that, oh no, somewhere there's a disconnect. Where is it? I gotta find it. Oh, and here's another one. Man, that's awful. I'm gonna walk for a bit just to see like if the packet sparks or not. If it sparks, then we got a problem. If it doesn't, we're good. So far so good. I think I'm getting used to solitude. I don't like that. Okay, we're doing good so far. Alright, this is the monastery. So we want it to go to 0 to 2, then to 1. So we're actually going to put down a filter here. And, right? That? Yep, okay. Sends back packets received on port 0, which are not addressed to point 2. In case of collision, the packet received on port 0 is dropped. Okay. So here comes the hard part. Doing all this. Actually, first off, we're going to go back and check if this is actually connected. This is going to take a little while. Unless the kilobits per second goes up before we get there. If the kilobits per second goes up, that means we've got everything we need. All the routes tell me that we're like really close to the surface, but we're probably not at the same time. This is gonna take a bit. Oh, I wonder. Oh, I just had an idea. Okay, yeah. Now we're good. The kilobits went up. I just had an idea of how to defeat the monsters. I wonder if I'm just supposed to use the antivirus on them. Because before I was like, there's no way I can defeat these guys. But if I could just use the antivirus on them, then I'm good. Alright. Everything's hooked up. This guy's inside the hub. It's like a chair now. He's a part of the system. He is one with what he likes to do. This is funny. Alright. Time to head all the way back. Unless, can I buy the tester now with all the money I've accrued? No, I need like a little bit more. So let's head over here and see if I can click up to it. I'm running out of energy. Come on. Oh. Hey, it's the new year. There we go. So now we have a tester, and it looks like this. Sends dummy packets to 0.0.0.0. Logs responses, drops other packets received. We can say where it wants to go from and where it wants to be. That's how it tests stuff. It's gonna take us a bit to get back over there. Really annoying, but also if I haven't, unless I have paused the network, which I can do with R, up there in the corner. If our kilobits per second goes to 0, that means there's a DDoS somewhere, and we have to go around, find it, and then reset most of the entire network. Yay. Thankfully, with the filters that we now have, it should be a little smarter and safer. So, yeah. Oh boy, it's taking a bit. It's probably gonna be my one main issue with this is just how long it takes. Oops. There's a sound here. We'll come back to that. There might be like an endpoint there. It's like I just noticed that, hey, it's making a noise. Can't drop through here. I just snipped something. There we go. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so here's the hard part. Let's save game. Cool. So we're gonna save game here, so that we can make sure we can come back. That guy right there. And try to go around him. And we're going to go to the mainframe last. I know where it is as well. Because then we just don't want to be here once the mainframe is complete. There's a lot of books. That's all he says. Captain Robert, September 25th. The endpoint enabling crew successfully set up the mainframe of the monastery. Brother John was initially assigned to guard the place, but he started to feel sick. We are trying to figure out who can replace him. Brother John. Robert, I think I would actually prefer to stay here and get some rest. Cough. Professor Anna. Brother John should not stay here alone here. I can stay as well to take care of him while you guys boot up the last mainframe. Captain Robert. That sounds good to me. The network team should arrive in a few days. I'll instruct them to bring a medic as well. Professor Susan. The symptoms are similar to what Sergeant Mike had. We should make sure he is all right as well. The captain shouldn't leave anyone behind. Captain Robert. It is too late to go back to the military base now. Our only chance is to reach the HQ and get the network team to hurry up. Let's move on. So I believe the two people who stayed here are now, Brother John and Professor Anna are now the entities here. And then whoever stayed at the military base, once we get there, we'll probably have to deal with them. We have a manual page over here. Block diagram, it's just showing you how these guys work. 2.2 features. The technician incorporates some unique features that other robots do not have. Journal. The AM module has the ability to select important information that it believes to be useful in the future. The information is stored in a dedicated journal memory. This storage has been designed to be extremely reliable, which makes it expensive and slow to access. And then I've neglected to read this last little paper piece. Dear technician, my team and I needed to borrow some pages from your manual to enable the endpoints. This is the only copy we could find. More are about to be printed out, but fortunately we couldn't wait for them to arrive. We will return them as soon as we are done. Please proceed as usual and follow the instructions given by your supervisor in the meantime. I apologize for the inconvenience. Captain Robert. So I'm here. I believe the mainframe is like right here. It's up this way. So I think there's a couple of other things over here. I don't know where the entity is. It's all on the other side, okay. Keeping my antivirus handy. Okay, we should be good now that we're in here. It only roams around the courtyard, so as long as we're safe around the edges, we should be good. The messages written to the journal are automatically selected by the AI module. The CPU is not involved in the selection or writing process, but it can read the journal memory at any time. Map. The robot is also equipped with a state-of-the-art sonar system that can be used to obtain an accurate spatial representation of the environment. All the information captured by the sonar are stored in a dedicated memory that can be retrieved by the CPU. This memory also includes a reserved section writable by the CPU. It can be used by the technician to annotate the areas discovered by the sonar module. The technician can also purchase a pre-populated annotation module, which is nice. Drill. The drill is an optional tool that can be purchased by the technicians that need to operate between bunkers. The Tunnet has a dig your own tunnel (DYOT) policy, as maintaining public tunnels would be too expensive for the company. This module is not built in and must be purchased separately. There are more papers here as well. Jetpack. This optional module allows the technician to fly. This module is not built in and must be purchased separately. Note: after installing this module, the technician will not be able to jump anymore, only flying. Well, there's no point in jumping that much anymore. Supervision. The technicians shall be supervised at all times during their working hours. The robots have a built-in telemetry module that allows the supervisor to track their activities. The supervisor can access data such as location, breaks, expenses, private discussions. List of certified supervisors: Captain Robert Madeline and John Doe. Whoever this John Doe is. We'll come back to that. I want to get back to a safer area. Over here in this corner. Alright. Protocol. General concepts. The Tunnet network relies on packet switching. This means that all the data transmitted are packetized. A packet is a formatted unit of data carried by the network. It consists in a collection of control information and user data, also called payload. The control informations are used to route the packet to the right destination. The technician is allowed to inspect this information at any time. The user data is composed of a subject and a main body. This data is considered private, but the technician is still allowed to read the subject. If it helps him in his task, the body remains strictly private at all times. Packet format. The format of the packet is standard. The following in fields can be read by the technician to debug the network: from address of the emitter to address of the receiver, and there's probably more, but I don't have the next page. Okay, so let's see. The next area is the mainframe, so we're going to head back around this way. I don't see the entity. It's over there. We're good. Still good. I originally, my first play, I dug into the roof by accident. Okay. Whew. That's scary. All right. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to connect a whole bunch of relays out to the mainframe. Alrighty. Okay, we're almost there. Oh boy, this is... Alright, so this is the hard part. Oh my gosh. Okay, the other guy is right there, so we have to wait. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know where this guy is. He's on the other side. Okay. Hey, we're good. Packets are being destroyed here because the main this framework is Okay. Put another hub down. I'm going to put a filter here and a filter here. Okay, so this guy will, if it comes from 2, it'll go to 1. If it comes from 1, it'll go to 0. No, if it comes from 0, it'll go to 1. If it comes from 1, it'll go to 2. If it comes from 2, it'll go to 0. So what I want to do then, put that guy there, so that, and I need to make it to where it's on a big loop now. Okay, so then 0 goes to 1, 2 goes to 0. So then we need to switch the direction this goes in. So now, yeah. Okay, so then what I need to do now is say, hey, this is way too complex. This is unnecessary. I think all I need to do is this. Because the mainframe should just be able to talk to the network entirely. Yeah, so I don't see a point in having a filter there. Okay. All right, now we have the next part of this network setup. Also, I noticed that there are these two things right here. These look like endpoints to me. So if I use a short range scanner, 2.0.1, Roger, congratulations for disinfecting the mainframe. I would love to nominate you for a department award, but also, did you hear that? Hear what? Oh no. It looks like I'm about to run out of battery. Let me see what I can do. In the meantime, please keep connecting more endpoints to the network. Thanks. Okay, so there's another endpoint this way. Look how much it costs now. It costs 12 to mine here. That's stupid. I think it's pointing me towards not the mainframe. Digging down is always really hard. Ugh. And annoying. I think I just made it to the monastery. Is that just another monastery point? No, it seems like I can keep going. Oh. Huh. We'll put this as blue. No, put it pink. Farm. Actually, no. Blue, farm, 2, and I have my reason for that. Get on a manual page. TTL, time to live, number of hops remaining before the packet gets destroyed. Subject, summary of the user message included in the payload may include private data. I, deprecated, do not use. S, sensitive, if the packet is received by the wrong endpoint, it will not be forwarded. Example of a packet header, from 0.0.0.0 to 0.0.0.1. Time to live, 2 more hops. Subject, test. Addresses are coded with 8 bits, excuse me, as follows. The fields A, B, C represent the subnetworks, while the D field represents the endpoint within the subnetwork. Okay, so we're going to set up a filter here that says 0.2.1.1. And then this is 0.1. It's 0.2. There we go. So then we have a hub here. He's not a hacker. Okay. The addresses is usually formatted as follows: ABCD, for example, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Subnetworks can be represented like a tree structure: ABCD, like that. Binary layout, that. Okay, so this guy, to Hermit. Please stay quiet while I'm studying. What are you studying? You seem very focused. I'm studying the encryption method used on the ancient logs. The ancient logs? What is that? The ancient logs have been written by the architects themselves. They tell the story of how they created the world. They are sacred. Do they explain the meaning of life? I mean, the origin of the universe and stuff. They say the world and the lives they created will replace the old world once the apocalypse will happen. Do they mention us? Are we mentioned these logs? I would love to learn more about our history. They say the architects created us to serve and worship them. Do they explain where the architects are? I have seen them mentioned everywhere, but haven't seen anything. Not in the part I decrypted, but I'm suspecting it to be mentioned in the last section. I managed to decrypt 90% of the logs, but the last part is encrypted with a different key. Any idea where the key is? Or do you have any idea where the key could be? The keys are usually stored on optical discs. If you happen to find one, could you please bring it to me? Will do. I'm also curious to see what you'll find in these logs. Okay, so we also need to connect his endpoint. There we go. And place a hub here. Okay, but first we need to get back up to the tunnel. Which was up there. Yeah, so we're just gonna make like a little thing here. There we go. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to connect those two guys up to the network. We gotta find our way back, though. It's a bit convoluted. Oh, I'm seeing red. That means there's malware. Oh boy. Okay. The architects created the bunkers. The architects built the infrastructure to protect their people from the apocalypse. The architects created us. The hermit is looking for a disc. Okay, so the red tells me that there's a thing on the mainframe, which means I'm going to have to go to every single part of our thing and debug it. I don't want to do that though, because it is kind of annoying. I think I'm going to put a relay here. I'm going to do this to show that there is something this way. Also, it looks really cool if I make wires like this. There we go. Okay, so there is something that way. This is pink hermit. Pink, or no, it's green for people, yeah. And then there look to be like two right here, maybe underneath me. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to be done for today. Half an hour is still fine. All right, thank you guys on YouTube for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to head over YouTube and or Twitch to follow me there. I'll see you guys later. Bye.